He's also well aware how hard it is to win in Philadelphia. And this is one where we said last week, if they played in Dallas, I would have liked Dallas. They play in Philly, I like Philly. Huge game, significant implications in the standings. If the Cowboys had won, that would have been massive. It would have been seismic. It would have been 2 losses for the Eagles, 2 losses for the Cowboys with a rematch Week 14 Sunday Night Football in Dallas, and they could sweep them, and the Eagles end up wild card. I mean, it kind of had that feel to me of the Giants-Cowboys game in '93 when Emmett's got the bad shoulder where 1 seed, 5 seed, right, is on the line.
Right. Yeah.
Was it or 4 seed? What was it? Whatever it was. Because there was 3 divisions.
Yeah, right.
It was either you've got home field advantage throughout the playoffs
or you're a wild card team. Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
And that's what last night felt like, even though it was middle of the season, because if the Cowboys win that one, they're in the driver's seat all of a sudden in the NFC East. And for a while, early on, felt like they were going to.
Yeah.
And then late, Eagles kept giving them chances.
Definitely.
Kept giving them chances.
Definitely.
And they didn't cash in.
Yeah, it's I give a lot of credit to the Cowboys. I think that at the very end of the day, like the Cowboys are at least going to be able to look at themselves in the mirror, you know, in a team meeting when they play Philadelphia in December. They're going to be well, wait, we can beat them, right? We did some positive things in that football game, right? I think the big thing is Dak Prescott was phenomenal. And I give Mike McCarthy a lot of credit, too, for being aggressive, especially early on in the football game and some 4th and 1s and 3rd and short situations where they threw the ball. They weren't like, hey, it's 4th and 1, we're going to run up the middle. They were like, well, the hell was running up the middle against Philadelphia. You know, if you're going to play this coverage against us and go all out to stop the run, we're going to throw a 15-yard in cut on 4th and 1. Dak Prescott was great throughout the game. Dallas's offense was pretty damn good to go along with it, and the defense gave them chances. Like you said, at the end, the fourth quarter, they dominated the fourth quarter, the Cowboys. But at the end of the day, the Eagles, as I said to Devin McCourty last night, the Eagles remind me a little bit of like the Patriots in their heyday. You just feel like some part of their team, some aspect of their team is going to show up in the big moment. And really, they've never failed in that other than against one team in red and white with a magical quarterback wearing 15 who also can create magic at the end of a football game. And they have belief just like the Eagles do in the Super Bowl last year. It's the only team I've seen do that to the Eagles. So even there last night with the Cowboys and all the momentum in the fourth quarter, I don't know. There was a part of me that was sitting there going, okay, well, let me see them actually get in the end zone versus this Eagles defense, right? And, of course, it never happened. The Eagles defense comes up big, clutch. Cowboys a little unlucky and stepping out of bounds in the 2-point conversion and all that, but it was a great game.
Both Texas teams yesterday got the ball back with a touchdown needed to win with 46 seconds left.
Right.
Exactly 46 seconds. Houston pulled it off. Dallas didn't. And the Eagles tried to help them. 3 penalties on the last drive.
Unbelievable.
For what? How many total yards? 36 total yards?
It's around there.
56 yards.
Jeez.
3 penalties for 56 yards on that final drive that helped fuel it. And that play at the end, look, I don't want to. I
know. It's hard to digest throwing it short, right?
Right. You throw it short and, like, do you do a hook and ladder? Like, what do? You throw it short and hope for the best. That's what they did on that last play. There's the James Bradbury penalty. I think that was a 36-yarder.
Like, just turn around.
They worked the ball down the field, tick, tick, but, you know, the penalties really helped, and the Cowboys
Here's going to be the late hit on Dak Prescott, right? Hassan Reddick. They just can't help it. They got to get one extra bump on the quarterback. He throws the elbow into his ribs.
And you know. And
I know, just don't do it.
But you know that's what they do. And then guy jumps offside, puts it 5 yards closer. But let's watch this last play. Like, what's your plan? When you pick that play, when you're Mike McCarthy, who's clearly calling the plays now, can we show the last play of the game, the throw to CeeDee Lamb? What's your...
So they're thinking they're going to protect the end zone, right?
Right.
So I think they're trying to go, let's send people into the end zone and kind of clear it out just a little bit. And then maybe we can hit CeeDee Lamb at the 2 or 3 yard line and he could turn it up and run into the end zone.
A couple of sacks put him back there where they were in this position.
Right.
So throw it short and he tries to get in.
Yes.
That's the mindset.
You see everybody ran a go route, so they kind of make it look like, hey, we're just going to throw it up at the end. And he comes in. They're hoping he can catch it and just find a little seam and dive in there and get it in the end zone. I don't have a horrible issue with the play.
Wouldn't you trail him with a back that
but
would flip it just in case they get
it's
to
a
him?
valid point, that is. I mean, I'm always a fan of let's just throw it in the end zone and see what happens, especially with pass interference, the way
Exactly.
it's called this day and age and all that. But I'm not going to sit here and fault them. The idea there, I've been a part of some teams that had that play in the playbook because there is 8 guys in the end zone. You're like, I don't know if it's really realistic we're going to make it. So let's back them off a little bit. Hopefully we can catch the ball. Maybe our guy can break a tackle or find a little seam.
But unlike the Vikings against the Lions a couple years ago when they decided to guard the back of the end zone, not the front of the end zone.
Them like the first 4 yards of the end zone. They're like, here.
Yeah, go ahead.
You throw a good ball, it's a touchdown. Yeah.
Oh, we thought it wasn't a touchdown until you got out of the end zone. But that's the thing. They're not guarding the back line.
Right.
So you don't necessarily have the opportunity to get to the goal line because they're going to see where the ball's thrown.
That's
they're going
right.
to react.
That's
They're
right.
professional athletes. They're going to swarm to the ball.
It's tough.
That's why I think if you're going to do that, you need to give CD Lamb an option to flip it to somebody who's kind of swooping down because they focus on him. Wouldn't that have been great?
Yeah.
They focus on him. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, and I'm coming, hey, that sounds like a good idea. They come to him, and he throws it back. Tony Pollard or somebody just pops around and goes right in for the touchdown. Game over. Yeah. That would have been something.
Damn, look at you drawing up plays.
Hey, Jerry. No.
He's got some glory hole for you.
Okay, so yeah, but they were back where they were because there were a couple of sacks. After the penalties, the Eagles defense stepped up and sacked Dak Prescott a couple times to put him in that spot. It was a valiant effort by the Cowboys.
Valiant effort.
Valiant, but
it felt like they were proving to themselves, kind of what we said all week, that we belong. We belong with this team. We can beat them. We can do this, right? I mean, that's what it felt like. And to your point and what you brought up already, and here's one of the sacks by Josh Sweat. The Eagles had 3 sacks in the last 3 minutes, and as usual, their D-line takes over in big moments. It's such a special group. But here's where, it's a valiant effort. I love what Dallas did. Dak Prescott was amazing. He was arguably the best player on the field yesterday. He made a lot of plays just kind of moving in the pocket and making throws. The offense wasn't necessarily just delivering things for him all the time. But it's all in. Yes, okay, we got to prove to ourselves and our fan base that we could beat the Eagles. Okay, you proved it. But, at the same time, I think there's a level of intensity and awareness there from Dallas that, I don't think Philadelphia really has. I don't think they're threatened by Dallas, right? At least that's the feeling I get. To me, yeah, like you said, Nick Sirianni was just like, hey, it's just another game. Right?
I guess in the locker room after we wasn't acting that way.
Well, yeah,
it wasn't press conference stuff,
right,
but I guess he recognized.
He gave some stuff. Yeah. Well, Dallas comes on the field. They think they own it. They're kind of braggadocious, so you always want to shove it up there and after you beat them. But the Eagles, again, the amount of ways they can beat you. Jalen Hurts played very good throwing the ball. He was efficient. He made some big plays in some big moments. They dominated the third quarter. It was 28-17. I'm going, all right, they're going to start dominating the Dallas Cowboys here. And Dallas took some chances on defense, got Philadelphia off the field a few times, and, of course, moved the ball and just came up a little bit short. But, they always say, it's not a rivalry until the other team beats you. I know Dallas beat them last year, but that was with Gardner Minshew, so I don't even think Philadelphia really counts it. They're kind of like, that wasn't with our star quarterback, so we're not really that worried about you. We'll see. Philadelphia is definitely still one of the best teams in football. We know that.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.